long time no see, huh? So I'm on my usual pace of making like 2 videos a year that aren't shorts anyway. But I spent most of the last year working on a new house. I'm in it. This is my new office. So that's our $75 chair that we got off Facebook Marketplace and I had to fix, but we looked it up on the internet. Turns out it's like a $4,000 Barca lounger. So that's kind of cool. So this is where I work. I work from home. I've got a nice little view out the front yard here. And then I've got my monitors with my YouTube TV. So this video is going to be kind of an unboxing. I mean, I technically already opened it, so you're not getting the actual first reaction, but I just wanted to kind of show this light bar that my wife actually got it for me for Christmas, and it's now in the middle of March, and I haven't installed it because I haven't had time. But I opened it up and thought maybe it'd be worth showing. I don't really see a lot of people talking about these. It seems to be everywhere. Everything's either a nameless Amazon import light bar for 20 bucks, or somebody goes all the way to the other end of the scale, like KC or Baja Designs or something like that. So this one's kind of in the middle. I think it was maybe in the neighborhood of 140, 150 bucks. It's a 12-inch light bar from Rough Country. Usually not really one of the first names that comes to mind for people when they think of light bars and off-road lights and stuff like that. There, it's upside down. I'm not going to fix that in post. So this is how it came packaged. See kind of the pigtail hanging out here. I'll grab the light itself, take off the foam. You can see it's got this plastic cover over it. So this is the pigtail comes with it. It's got like weatherproof connector there. It feels pretty substantial, so I'm not really worried about the wire being thick enough to handle the load. That's one of the things I've had with an Amazon light is the wire was just super small gauge, and it was kind of concerning. Let's see if I can pop this cover off. There we go. So this is the light without the cover on it. This center row is actually a daytime running light, and then the main light is the round LED elements. Also included a little Allen wrench. I'm sure I have one, but for anybody short on tools, all the hardware, there's a bolt and a washer there. I don't know if it's anodized or painted or what, but it's all black. It looks pretty good. See how long it'll last. Well, some of the mounting provisions has got these brackets here, so that would bolt into the end of the light, and then that would bolt down to maybe, you know, a hood or a bumper or wherever you wanted to put it. For the pedestal mount setup, I think yeah, so this little thing goes into this groove, rotates, and then this. So a bolt ends up going through there into that little round piece, and that's how you accomplish the pedestal mount. That worked out pretty well because the Fairlead mount is wider or narrower than the light, so the end mount wasn't going to work, and so any light bar that didn't have that pedestal mount wouldn't work for me. Here's the harness, held together with a bread tie. It's got a relay bundle here, one for the DRL and one for the main light, I would think. Nicely heat shrinked. And it's got this fabric loom around it, which is nicer to deal with than plastic split loom for sure. Nice substantial wire size. Looks like from the relays, which by the wire length of this to the relay, I'm thinking they probably expect me to mount the relays under the hood, which that works. But looking like maybe 6 feet, maybe a total of 10 feet from the switch to the relays, and then from the relays to the actual light. And then the switch looks like has another connector here, probably to feed the switch through the firewall. This switch is kind of a weird shape. It's oval. It's a 2-position, so you can have the DRL or the main light on. I mean, I guess if you have the main lights on, the DRLs probably aren't going to show up. But they did provide this template, which I guess would help in marking it out to cut out a piece of my center console, or not my center console, but the center part of the dash. The thing is, though, is I'd much rather just drill a hole. I've got like 3/4 inch hole saws with a pilot bit. It'd be super easy to just drill that out. And my KC highlights, A-pillar lights, the off-road driving lights, they had a 3/4 inch round hole, so it was really easy to cut. And then a nice thing too is it's lit up when it's on, so it's a big bright red light to tell me I'm driving with those lights on, so I don't blind oncoming drivers if I happen to use it. So I don't know, I'm not wild about this. Here's the installation instructions. Tells me how to wire it, which was pretty much what I expected. That's it. If you bought one and lost your instructions, take a screenshot. Hurry, hurry. All right, it's gone. Feels pretty substantial. Like it's, has some weight to it. They had their own, their logo cast into it, which, maybe it's not for everybody. I'm usually not a fan of logos and stickers and all that, but it's subtle enough that it doesn't bother me. It seems really well built. It's the cast aluminum end caps, these front bars, and even the back. Seems pretty decent quality. So I'm pretty excited about getting it on and seeing how it works. So that's it for checking it out. I'll show you once I get it installed.
Many months later.
I had a little bit of scope creep. So a normal person might have just wired this up to the battery in 30 minutes and called it good. But I wasn't really liking how many wires I had, little wires running in here. So I ended up reworking the harness and actually making a one-piece off-road light harness. So this is the power supply. Over here I have a fuse block. There's a 6-circuit fuse and relay block here. Did it all with loom and heat shrink. Some of this is the KC lights up here. Some of it is the light bar. This right here is the wire that it actually ties into the factory harness here. It actually ties into the parking light circuit. So none of these lights will come on without the parking lights. So here are my switches. That's for the KC lights, and this is for the light bar. Up is for DRL, down is for the main light bar. These switches illuminate, but I have it tied into the parking light circuit, so the lights won't come on. That way, if my kids turn them on or something, or flip the switch when they're pushing random buttons, they don't run my battery down, or if I forget and get out of the car, I'm reminded by the annoying beep and the flashing light symbol. I want to turn everything off, so just turn the parking lights off. Low beams, high beams, light bar, spotlights, light bar off, high beams off, headlights off, spotlights off, light bar on by itself.